Welcome to Zandvoort. We've got a treat for you today with its trademark banked corners and a sea of orange t-shirts. Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Andrea Kimi Antonelli lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Russell, Yuki Tsunoda, and Hamilton, Leclerc, Piastri, Stroll, and Isaac Hadjar, Lawson, Fernando Alonso, Carlos Sainz, and Albon, Bortoleto, Behrman, Esteban Ocon, and Pierre Gasly. Hulkenberg and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me in the commentary box today, former racing driver herself, Naomi Schiff. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
DRS now enables. DRS enables. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Tyre condition still looking good. The gap to the car in front is less than 1 second now. Well done. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Yeah, come on, we need to regroup, reset. We're gonna bounce back.
This has been absolutely magnificent. Victory today for Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
And they led every single lap of the race. It was a light to flag victory, and that is total dominance.
Well, it's been a long wait for many of our drivers, but the wait is always worth it. Bring them out to the awaiting crowd. It's time for our podium celebrations. And it's a richly deserved victory today for Kimi Antonelli. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.